teasefishing.com. Today we're going to just show you guys exactly how to put the fluid in your trim and tilt on your outboard engine. The first step that you guys are going to want to make sure that you actually do is, if you have it on the trailer, you're going to want to lower your trailer to where the trim and tilt, the engine, the boat is pretty much even. You don't want it to be raised, you don't want it too low. That way that the oil that you do have inside of your trim and tilt is going to be low. If it's a little bit off, you might start getting it to leak before it's actually full. So that's going to be the first step. The second step is to remove the fill screw. So you're going to want to use a big flathead screwdriver. The bigger the better, because you don't want to damage it. If you damage it, then it can be really, really tough. But something like this, big flathead, will do the job. So on this part right here, what we're going to do is we're going to remove this screw right here using the flathead, and we're going to do it carefully to make sure we don't damage the screws. You're going to want to push in hard, make sure it doesn't slip. Start taking that off. Very important that we do not lose this screw right here. So here we go. We're going to start adding this fluid. Start adding it little by little. As you see here, now it's starting to pour out. So we know we have it pretty much leveled off. And you're going to want to make sure that the screw cap, you don't put it back on. That way, when we lower the engine and lift it back up, the air will bleed out of it. Any bubbles, air bubbles stuck in it. So we're going to lower it now. Lower it for a little bit. Now we're going to lift it back up. You want to lift it all the way you could. If you have a safety clip, put it on just in case. That way the engine doesn't fall. You're going to want to reapply this. And just follow this step for about 4 to 5 times. Now that we've lifted the engine and put it down about 5 times, filled it up each time, we're going to want to put the screw back in. And be very careful, just as when you took it off. Make sure that you put it on correctly. You want to hand tighten it first. Make sure it goes in the thread right. Now, you screw that back on. Then go ahead and grab a bigger one, if you have a bigger one, to tighten it. You want to tighten it, make sure you go nice and easy so you don't slip. Once we got the screw back on, what we're going to want to do is pretty much just check it. We're going to want to lower the engine, make sure it lowers all the way down. Then we're going to want to lift it back up, make sure it lifts all the way back up. And pretty much it should be ready to go, but you do this just to make sure there's no air in the system, as the air will trap it and not allow it to go down, not allow it to go up. As you see, it went down enough. We're going to repeat the process 3 or 4 more times, make sure that it doesn't get stuck. If it does get stuck, just unscrew it and repeat the process. Make sure you try to get all the air out. If you're having trouble removing the air, or you see the oil coming out real foamy, lift the engine all the way up, let it sit for a while, lower it back down, let it sit for a little while again, and lift it back up, repeat the process. That'll allow the foam to settle out, rise to the top, and eventually escape out the screw hole. But if not, you're ready to go. So hope you enjoyed the video, hope it was helpful. Make sure to check out the site realteasefishing.com and check out our other YouTube videos and instructions. Thank you.